CustomTacticals.com here, and the knife I'm looking at is the Boker Griploc, designed by Grant and Gavin Hawk. It uses one of several of the Hawk father and son team's unique locking, opening, closing mechanisms. So this one is called the Griploc. You can open it two ways. There's a thumb stud here you can open up. Also doubles as the blade stop there, or you can open it with this little guy here. So you can just flick it like that. It's a neat design. It's sort of spring loaded, so similar to the way that a speed safe or their other type opens. Once you push it, there's like a bit of a resistance here, so it kind of bounces back. But once you get back to this point here, it flicks open by itself. What's unique about this design is, actually let's talk about quickly talk about the specs first. It's a 3.5-inch blade, 4-inch handle, and overall is 7.5 inches. Made in Taiwan, a US 8 steel on the blade, and full aluminum handles, as well as these black surface pieces are also aluminum, with a pocket clip that can be reversed from left to right hand carry, tip up only. It's a very light knife. I'm not sure what the weight is. I would say it's probably around 3 ounces. Pretty light for this size. Fully bead blasted all over. It actually kind of reminds me of CRKT in the way it looks. Just has that sort of CRKT vibe to it. So just talk a little bit of lock now, because that's probably the most interesting thing about this knife. So it sort of springs open, and then as you can see, this grip part here, you can push on it. It's hard to see that. It's actually going in just a touch. And then when you push it down, it doesn't close. When you push down on the grip, and you don't even have to push that much, just a little bit. Because I always worried about this, like what happens if you're just holding here, you're not gripping the bottom. It still somehow doesn't close on your hand. Now whether or not you're comfortable with that is another thing, but just a little bit of pressure prevents that knife from closing. But for those of you that don't trust the knife mechanism, I would be one of them. There's a little lock here that you just turn like this, and you just turn this, just push it this way, and then the knife is locked. It's not going anywhere now. Pretty solid lock. I'm not sure how good the wear is on it. You know, I'm actually quite surprised, because it looks like the tolerances have to be pretty good for this knife to work properly, because it's just a little bit of pressure on there, and that's the difference between this closing on your hand and not closing on your hand. So considering that you know, that they're able to do it for, this is I think this is a $50 knife, or $75 knife, sorry, $75 knife. That's not bad. I would say that at 70 bucks, you're paying quite a bit for an US 8 steel aluminum handled knife made in Taiwan. But you know, for such a unique mechanism, it's not bad. Would I carry this as a daily knife? Not really. It's kind of neat, but I just having to do this every time you open the knife, just so you don't have to worry about closing your hands, is a bit cumbersome. The novelty of the grip lock is interesting. I like it, but I think ultimately, as a knife collector, the only thing interesting about this knife is the lock and opening system. And after that novelty is worn out, it sort of goes in the desk drawer. Don't see a whole lot of EDC or anything else in the future for this knife, at least in my collection. So hope you guys enjoyed the short little review of the Boker Griploc, designed by Grant and Gavin Hawk.